Mind reader. Mind reader is when you echo their thoughts word for word almost. This will be easy for those of you who actually spend time on the phone with people, who ever connect with them directly, or ever meet them in person at seminars. Whatever your customers tell you, register it. That's your best material. It's a gift. Confused which traffic source is ideal for you? Which is a question they probably wonder about, like, what should I do? Where should I start? I've been getting this question ever since we announced Igor's new enhanced traffic source. It goes something like this. Dennis, what's the difference between Igor's enhanced traffic source and his new traffic source and just regular solo ads? About time we set the record straight. Imagine you got a high-performance vehicle, say a Ferrari or a Lambo or a McLaren. A supercar like that demands supercar fuel. You can't put regular gas in the tank. If you do, you'll ruin the $75,000 engine. No, you need the highest grade, high-octane fuel to go fast. Well, that's Igor traffic source. It's a bit more expensive than your regular gas, but it's worth it because it's what your supercar needs to perform on the track. Next, you got the F-16 Raptor that brings death on all your enemies. For that, you need straight-up kerosene. Any other fuel just doesn't burn clean enough and fast enough to make this baby fly. And that's Igor's new enhanced traffic source. It's by far the most expensive fuel there is, yet it's also the best. And if you're a blue-blooded, pro-flying, terrorist-bombing jet fighter, this is the stuff you need to kill the bad guys and get back home safe in time for dinner. And then you got the 92 Pinto. This beaten-to-death piece of crap on wheels isn't picky. You could pour some vodka in the tank and it'll still go. But that's because it's a piece of crap to start with. And that's your regular solo ads. Do you smell what I'm cooking? So here's the traffic top list for anyone who considers buying traffic and is still confused. And then a link to the thing. So this is more of like an analogy angle, right? But still, the question itself mirrors what they wonder about. Yes?
Yeah, thanks. I'm curious, how do you know that, because you said one of these emails, we've been using them since 2014, but other emails I know that you change them like quite frequently. So how do you know that an email has like exhausted itself and maybe not very relevant anymore? Because I noticed for myself that when I write more newer and newer emails, I get always better results. So how do you decide to keep using an email from 2014 versus just writing a new one that's better?
That's a great question. So there is something to be told about new energy. A new email, for some reason, does perform really, really well because people like new stuff, especially in our market, the biz-op market. People love novelty. And again, the energy, I'm not sure maybe you're different, right? Maybe as time goes along, you develop and you advance and your voice changes and you go through different experiences. So your stance is a little bit different, a little bit more confident. And that's maybe why they perform better. But the way I decide whether or not to ditch an email is for the most part on two big criteria. First criteria is I look at the sales. So if I know that I got this product, say the Ultimate Bridge Pay System, and the sales for that product declined over time, and I know that one of the few places where I promote it is in my follow-up sequence, then I will go and I change the follow-up sequence. However, before I do, I look at the sequence and look at the subject lines and look at the open rates, and I will keep one or two emails that have gotten the highest open rate for that sequence. The rest, I'll replace, or I'll just rework the offer altogether. Another criteria is, do I get responses? So many times, when an email goes out, we do get people replying to the emails without us even asking, because they felt some sort of emotional response, whether good or bad. So if an email does not get any responses whatsoever for a long, long time, and sales are down, that's another way for me to judge it. But for the most part, it's all about the sales count.
Right. And do you feel that for someone who's, let's say, more of a beginner with writing emails, it's probably a good idea to revisit their emails every couple of months to see if they can do it better now, rather than yourself, where you've been good even 4 years ago, so you can be comfortable that email is on a high level.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody who's a beginner, I would actually recommend them to stick to this strategy and just email every day. without getting attached to any of your emails. Because chances are for the first month at least, you will suck. But that will still be way better than not emailing your list at all. And when you do it for about 60 to 90 days, you'll be able to judge your work. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. It just takes consistency. And what we also do, we actually recycle the emails. We have a broadcast list that gets emails on a 30-day cycle. But we just pick the ones that continue to generate high open rates. The moment those open rates go down, they're off the list. And we have to replace them. Yes, Danny?
Just to add something, so don't be afraid to email every single day. And like Igor said, just track your stats. After 1 month, you will see what emails will work for your industry, for your clients specifically. So you will see the difference, sometimes even 2 or 3 times the difference between the emails. And sometimes you think, oh, it's a great email. And then people just, maybe they open, but they don't click on it. Okay, so in this case, you will know what exactly your audience what they like.
And you also get trailing clicks. You get the laggards. You will get the people who got your email a month ago and only got around to reading it a month later. And incidentally, they'll buy. They will buy. Pick on a misguided belief. Weird yet true BizOps statistic. An average person who's trying to work from home in their first year online joins anywhere between 2 and 7 different business opportunities, which is true. But wait, it gets better. The same average person makes next to nothing in all of them, which allows us to conclude that having more income streams does not actually increase your income. Shocker, right? So what does? What's the one thing you can do that almost guarantees that you'll make more money, gain more freedom, and take a giant leap forward in your business? By the way, notice I do this all the time. Any of you notice what I'm doing here in this statement? What? Oh, you can't read it? So the statement is, what's the one thing you can do that almost guarantees you'll make more money, gain more freedom, and take a giant leap forward in your business?
Open loop.
Open loop, great. What else? Asking a question. Anything else?
You're dangling a carrot.
I do.
You're painting a picture of what could be if they do that.
Exactly. So what I'm doing here, along opening a loop, along with showing a benefit, I'm also making a claim without making a claim, because I'm asking a question. What's the one thing? And so the brain doesn't register this as a claim. If I said, the one thing that the brain immediately takes that as a claim. Brain doesn't like claims. Claims get blocked. The prospect goes into the yeah, right mode. A question overcomes that. There's no filter for a question. In fact, here's a quick tip for those of you who are into manifesting things. Right? So for example, Kira, you're in that niche. Great tip you can share with your customers with your paid product or your free product is how many of you, show of hands, ever done affirmations? Oh yeah, most of you. So affirmation, as you know, is a statement of, how do you call it? Just a statement of what you want or how you want to be or your identity, right? Well, how many of you feel that affirmations did not work for you? Show of hands. Quite a few. So the way to make them work is to stop making affirmations, but to start asking questions. So rather than saying, I'm a powerful and confident Jewish man, you say, what is the reason I'm a powerful and confident Jewish man? So then your brain goes to work to come up with an answer to that question. For me, it was because I have a powerful Russian woman behind me. So if you don't want to make claims, ask questions. Yes, Dennis?
I'm actually curious about that. Can you still come off as an authority and an expert? So let's say guys like Russell Brunson and Grant Cardone, can you still come off as an authority when you're asking questions instead of stating stuff and making claims?
Yes. Because what happens is when you state stuff and make claims, they box you into a category in their drawer on this, I checked, it's on this side of their head, that says people who make claims, they forget about your claims very quickly and they don't believe them. When you ask the question, it basically overrides every defense there is. And now they're focused on it. The attention is on the question. And even if you don't make that claim, because you asked the question, they want you to give the answer. That's another brain sort of quirk. People who tell us what's wrong with us, we expect them to also know and tell us how to fix it. Okay, no questions. So, oops. What's the only thing you can do, blah, 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 blah. Actually, there's a few things, not just one. And they all have to work together like a well-oiled machine for you to see results. Your offer, your traffic, your authority. And chances are you've already got a no-brainer offer. It may not be the best in the world, but it's pretty good. Wait a sec, that's the continued, right? No, that's another email right there. Now I'm just lost. Okay, we've been here. That's the other part of it. So chances are it's your offer, your traffic, your authority. Chances are you've already got a no-brainer offer. You may not be the best, it may not be the best offer in the world, but it's pretty good. It's good enough to have gotten you to sign up, right? Next, the presence. This is where most marketers really drop the ball. In fact, they don't even bother picking up that ball to drop it later. They just totally ignore this part. Now, this is the big mistake. There used to be a time when you could just spam your affiliate link on forums and get signups, but that's long gone. Now you have to be somebody, stand for something, and piss a few people off. How will they follow when they will follow you when you do? How is it done? Simple. You have to stop consuming other people's content and start producing your own. The kind of content that angers your bad prospects, excites your best prospects, and forces people out of the middle, where they just don't care. One of the fastest ways to do it is daily emails. And if you're not good at that, but you really want to do it, Igor's Done For You email service is a place to start. Watch this quick video to discover how to make your list fall in love with you without writing a single email yourself. It's a very powerful email. It generates quite a few sales for us. All right, so we got time for one more email. Let's see how many we got. Mock bad behavior. Yeah, so we got one more. Perfect timing. Wow. So, mocking bad behavior. Now, this is specifically for your potential customers. You need to pick a behavior that they're guilty of. Subject line, LOL. Very easy subject line, but gets a lot of opens. A ton. I love being in the thick of Igor Solid's customer support. It's amusing. At times hilarious. For example, there's always an occasional BizUp mush cookie who's convinced with every cell in his body that people should sign up with him because he offers an opportunity of a lifetime. By the way, it's always a guy. I'm not sure why, it's always a guy. It's ironic because when she, both men and women are guilty of this, but it's always a guy, seriously, is presented with one, she ignores it or scoffs at it. But wait, here's the funny part. The prospect doesn't care. Now, the single prospect really cares about actual opportunities. Most people would do silly things for money as long as it gets them paid. They don't care if you've got a gaming opportunity, a groundbreaking app, a revolutionary comp plan, or if you're pushing a skincare franchise with an 80-year track record. It simply doesn't matter. In fact, 9 prospects out of 10 won't even listen to you. And those who listen will struggle to tell you how your BizUp is different from a dozen other programs they've been pitched this week. Which is why next time you're on traffic or cold pitch someone in a coffee shop, don't be surprised they brush you off. For them to care about your opportunity, they need to be 90% ready to buy, or they've got to be really passionate about business opportunities. You can't guarantee the former. There's a few prospects you can reach who are going to be 90% ready to buy. It takes a while for them to get there. They have to be groomed for it. And if you're smart, you've got an email follow-up sequence in place to do it before you spend money on traffic. Otherwise, you can't just as easily take your money and flush it down the drain. But the letter option, totally realistic, yet unattainable for most marketers. How? Using Igor's new enhanced traffic source, of course. It's guaranteed to convert at 50% opt-in rate. It's giving you the most emotionally charged biz-up seekers your money can buy. It's been beta tested into the oblivion, and it's been proven to work even for newbies without experience or track record. Get details here. Any questions about the previous email? Great, because now you're gonna do an exercise. And I need a handout for that. All right, so earlier I shared with you a sequence structure, a ticking time bomb campaign that you can use to launch a product, a podcast, a book, an affiliate offer. I want you to decide what is your product and outline a sequence. It's a 7-day, up to 10 emails, but no less than 7 emails. You need to choose a product for yourself, whatever your product is, and you need to list day 1, the infotaining seed, and a pitch to an event of some kind. You don't have to write the email, just outline it. Go. I will be going around helping you out. Dennis will be going around as well.